The Strange World of Sleep, Why We Dream and What Happens When We Don't. Last night, I had the weirdest dream. I was flying over my hometown, but instead of houses, there were giant cupcakes everywhere. My high school math teacher was there too, except he was a purple elephant giving me directions to a library that looked exactly like my grandmother's kitchen. When I woke up, I couldn't help but wonder, what the heck was my brain doing while I was sleeping? Sleep is something we all do every single day, yet it remains one of the biggest mysteries in science. We spend about a third of our lives asleep, but most people don't really understand what's happening during those hours when we're unconscious. Let me take you on a journey into the fascinating world of sleep. What actually happens when we sleep? You might think that when you fall asleep, your brain just shuts down like a computer. But that's not true at all. Your brain is actually incredibly busy while you sleep, almost as active as when you're awake. It's just doing different kinds of work. Sleep happens in cycles, and each cycle lasts about 90 minutes. During the night, you go through 4 or 5 of these cycles. Each cycle has different stages, and each stage serves a different purpose. The first stage is light sleep. This is when you're just starting to drift off. You can still hear sounds around you, and it's easy to wake up. Your muscle activity slows down, and your eyes move slowly. This usually lasts only a few minutes. Then you move into deeper sleep. Your heart rate and breathing slow down even more. Your body temperature drops slightly. This is when your body starts doing serious repair work. Your muscles relax completely, and it becomes harder to wake you up. The deepest stage of sleep is when the really important stuff happens. This is when your body releases growth hormones to repair tissues and build bone and muscle. Your immune system also gets stronger during this stage. Kids and teenagers spend more time in deep sleep because their bodies are still growing. But here's where it gets really interesting. REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and this is when most of our vivid dreams happen. During REM sleep, your brain is almost as active as when you're awake, but your body is completely paralyzed. Scientists think this paralysis stops us from acting out our dreams, which is probably a good thing. The mystery of dreams. Dreams have puzzled humans for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians thought dreams were messages from gods. Some Native American cultures believed dreams were visits to the spirit world. Even today, with all our modern science, we still don't completely understand why we dream. What we do know is that everyone dreams, even people who say they don't remember their dreams. We dream during all stages of sleep, but REM dreams are usually the most vivid and strange. Non-REM dreams tend to be more like thoughts or memories, while REM dreams can be completely bizarre and illogical. Some scientists think dreams help us process emotions and memories from the day. Have you ever noticed that you often dream about things that happened recently, or people you've been thinking about? Your brain might be using dream time to sort through all the information it collected during the day, deciding what to keep and what to forget. Other researchers believe dreams help us solve problems or prepare for future challenges. There are famous stories of scientists and inventors getting breakthrough ideas from their dreams. The structure of the benzene molecule was supposedly discovered in a dream about a snake biting its own tail. My personal theory? Dreams are like your brain's way of cleaning house. During the day, your brain collects tons of random information, emotions, and experiences. At night, it dumps everything together and tries to make sense of it all. That's why dreams can be so weird. Your brain is mixing memories of your math teacher with thoughts about flying and maybe what you had for lunch. What happens when we don't sleep enough? Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, but lots of people don't get nearly enough. In our busy world, sleep often feels like a waste of time. I'll sleep when I'm dead, some people say. But skipping sleep is actually one of the worst things you can do for your health. When you don't get enough sleep, your brain doesn't function properly. Your attention span gets shorter, your memory becomes fuzzy, and you make more mistakes. Students who pull all-nighters before exams often perform worse than those who get a good night's sleep. Sleep deprivation also affects your emotions. Ever notice how everything seems more annoying when you're tired? That's because lack of sleep makes it harder to control your emotions and react appropriately to situations. You might find yourself getting angry over small things or feeling unusually sad. Your physical health suffers too. People who consistently don't get enough sleep are more likely to get sick, gain weight, and develop serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease. Sleep is when your immune system recharges, so without enough rest, you can't fight off infections as well. I learned this lesson the hard way during college. I thought I could survive on 4 or 5 hours of sleep per night. For a while, it seemed to work. But after a few months, I was constantly getting colds, my grades started slipping, and I felt miserable all the time. It wasn't until I started prioritizing sleep that I realized how much better I could feel. The science of sleep cycles. Here's something cool that most people don't know. The timing of when you wake up can make a huge difference in how you feel. If you wake up during deep sleep, you'll feel groggy and confused. But if you wake up during light sleep or REM sleep, you'll feel much more alert. This is why some people wake up naturally feeling refreshed, while others need 3 alarm clocks and still feel terrible. Smart alarm clocks now exist that monitor your sleep cycles and wake you up during lighter sleep phases. You can also use this knowledge to plan your sleep better. Since sleep cycles last about 90 minutes, try to plan your sleep in multiples of 90 minutes. So instead of sleeping for 7 hours, which might wake you up in the middle of a cycle, try sleeping for 7.5 hours or 6 hours. Cultural differences in sleep. Different cultures have very different attitudes towards sleep. In many Mediterranean and Latin American countries, afternoon naps, called siestas, are completely normal. Businesses close for a few hours in the middle of the day so people can rest. In Japan, there's actually a word for napping at work, inemuri, which literally means sleeping while present. It's seen as a sign that you're working so hard that you're exhausted, which is considered admirable in Japanese work culture. Meanwhile, in many Western cultures, napping during the day is often seen as lazy or unproductive, but research shows that short naps, about 20 to 30 minutes, can actually improve alertness, creativity, and mood. Tips for better sleep. If you're having trouble sleeping, here are some practical tips that actually work. First, try to keep a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. This might include reading, taking a warm bath, or doing some light stretching. The key is to do the same things in the same order every night, so your brain learns that these activities mean it's time to sleep. Make your bedroom as dark and quiet as possible. Light tells your brain it's time to be awake, so even small amounts of light from electronics or street lamps can interfere with sleep. If you can't make your room completely dark, try using a sleep mask. Avoid caffeine, large meals, and screens for at least an hour before bedtime. The blue light from phones, tablets, and computers can trick your brain into thinking it's daytime. The bottom line: sleep isn't just something we do because we get tired. It's a complex, essential process that keeps our brains and bodies healthy. Every night, while we're unconscious, our brains are working hard to help us learn, remember, solve problems, and stay emotionally balanced. So the next time someone tells you that sleep is a waste of time, you can tell them they're wrong. Sleep is one of the most productive things we do. It's just that we're not conscious while we're doing it. Tonight, when you go to bed, think about the amazing journey your brain is about to take. You might visit strange dream worlds, solve problems you didn't even know you had, and wake up tomorrow with a brain that's been cleaned, organized, and recharged. Sweet dreams.